This is Fourth and Goal on Break the Cast.
Football is back, and so are we. I'm Jeff Blagden.
I'm Andrew Proto Reis.
Christian Witty Smitty News.
And we're back for our second season, which means our careers have officially lasted as long as Johnny Manziel's.
Oh,
Wow.
Here we go.
Possibly
Start the season
longer,
off great.
yet
Oh, man.
still not quite as long as a Joey Bosa contract negotiation.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was crazy, by the way.
Shots are just being
Crazy.
fired right away.
Man, you're a rookie.
Yeah, that took way too long.
The only thing you have to negotiate is your guaranteed money. Your contract is set, and it took you months to get a contract down. To be fair, it is the Chargers, and they suck as an organization.
Wow.
So you can't really 100% blame Bosa and his camp, but
He was trying to Lindros it real hard.
Yeah, just trade me, please.
you could have just done the Eli Manning thing.
Eli? Yeah.
And John Elway, too. I don't want to play here.
See ya. Yeah.
I'm going to go play baseball if you don't. I mean,
All right, Tebow, calm
man, if Tebow can do it.
down. We can do anything.
Shout out the Jays and Red Sox for watching his tryouts, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
apparently Atlanta wants him.
The number of teams that ripped into him after that, though, that were
Yeah.
like, he's not a baseball player.
Yeah, they're saying apparently the Braves are working on
Well, he's not even a football player, and he was in the NFL. So.
Boom.
True. True. But I mean, he hasn't played baseball since high school. And you're going to try out for the biggest league?
And he hasn't played football correctly since college.
Even still, can you really call that correct? Like,
Fair.
he was a running back that played quarterback.
Fair.
Welcome to Around the Diamond, our new baseball podcast.
It's Tebow. We're talking Tebow.
Tebow
all right?
time.
We went from Manziel to Tebow real quick.
Yep.
0 to 60.
Because I told you guys last year, I ain't talking about
0 to 0.
Manziel.
Yeah, Johnny's done.
Johnny's done.
You know who else is done? Teddy Bridgewater.
Boom.
Ooh, yikes.
Out for a year. I actually feel sorry. Like, more, it's not my team. So a lot of times I'm just like, yeah, I mean, I feel bad. This I actually really feel bad for.
I actually had them.
I like Bridgewater.
I had them winning the division this year.
Like, obviously with
Yeah.
Bridgewater, yeah.
Obviously. Now it's Green Bay all day.
Sam
Yeah.
Bradford.
Interesting. They gave up a lot for him, though.
The first
For a-
round pick. Like,
For a year to use him,
the best part is minutes after they traded a first round pick for Sam Bradford, completely equal in every way quarterback Mark Sanchez goes on the market.
yeah,
Yeah.
How bad must you have felt as a
And
manager of that
the
team?
Cowboys signed him.
Yep.
Backup. We need a backup.
He's
I,
gonna be the
I,
I'm
I,
not hating on it.
I bet you he's going to end up starting at some point this
Do
year.
you think he passes Prescott?
I don't think Prescott's that good yet. Like, he has the ability to be good, but I think he's going to stutter coming out of the gate, and we'll probably see Sanchez week 3 or 4.
Okay.
Because when's Romo back? Romo's back late, right?
Could be week 6, could be week 10, could be next year.
It sounds like a Romo injury.
Exactly.
You never know for sure with
He'll
it.
show up when he wants, basically, and just say, I'm ready.
Honestly, I'm going to sound crazy. I think he should just retire. This guy's going to ruin the rest of his life after football if he keeps playing football.
At least it wasn't a collarbone this time.
But he's more brittle than my grandma.
I like how they say that after you break a bone, it grows back stronger. Not if
No.
you're Tony Romo's collarbone.
That's a lie.
Tony Romo doesn't even grow back. It's just like still broken in places, waiting for someone to touch it. It's like done. See ya.
It's hanging on by a thread.
I feel I could break his collarbone tackling him
Yeah.
with no equipment on.
And you weigh like 180, so...
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, he's really gone downhill with the injuries lately. And with Prescott there, too. I mean...
I think it's the best thing that ever happened to us, to be honest.
Like giving a new quarterback a chance, yeah.
Exactly. And not like a random guy like Brandon Weeden.
On top of that, too, even if Romo was
Kyle
healthy all year, you might win 10, 11 games in the regular season. But let's be real, you're not Super Bowl contenders.
No.
Like, that defense isn't good enough to be Super Bowl contenders. You have an offensive line that's great and young, so it's great time to get a quarterback, throw him in there, let him learn behind that line,
Exactly.
not get hit.
No, I agree with it 100%. I said it was the best thing that happened to us. And the division's so trash, they could still pull out and win the division.
How excited are you for Ezekiel Elliott?
See, that's the only thing, though. If you're going to flip to a
Iffy.
rebuild mode and you just drafted a running back in the first round, like, you're getting 6-7 years out of him, maybe, right? So,
A little iffy.
yeah, I don't know about a complete rebuild, but...
And I mean, they signed Alfred Morris, which I was really excited about to see him run behind that
weird.
line. And they still have McFadden, who had over 1,000 yards last year for the first time since his rookie year, second year in the league.
The year he didn't get injured.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's just a little bit of a logjam there for me, but, I mean, depth is always good at the end of the day. You never know what can happen.
I mean, with 3 running backs, and if they could stay healthy, like you said, Morris, Ezekiel Elliott coming into his rookie season, and McFadden, that's 3 decent running backs there behind what is a good offensive line.
And if they all do well, stay healthy, maybe at the trade deadline, they use
Flip
one of them in a
for a
piece,
pick,
right?
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't understand it.
Which one? The
You
Alfred
just
Morris?
signed Alfred Morris.
Mm.
You have a lot of holes to fill on that team, and you pick a running back with the 4th overall pick.
Oh, I was as shocked as you were.
I was going to say, I could imagine you just being like,
Like, I don't hate it because the guy's probably one of the best running
he's
backs.
really good.
Or
He's a great
the
player.
best running back in the draft.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
Oh, in the draft, no question.
when we signed Morris, I was excited because Morris wasn't
he was
crazy in
But
Washington,
he was never
but he never
bad.
ran behind a Dallas Cowboy line.
And the thing is, with what he had in Washington, he wasn't bad either.
Exactly.
Like, that's the thing. And you hit the nail right on the head, obviously, having the Dallas O-line.
It changes everything.
Yeah.
Changes everything. Look at McFadden. Like we said, this guy was injured 6 years in a row.
And he still
Goes
put up
behind that
1,000
line
yards,
and
yeah.
played 16. He played 16 last
Did
year.
he? Yeah, all 16, yeah. And he
For
put
the
up
first
1,000
time
yards,
since year 2 or 1.
yeah.
Well, I mean, that line.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It,
We could run behind that line. And at
Fair.
least average 3 to 4 yards.
There's one thing that's not safe behind that line. It's Tony Romo. Somehow.
most of the time, it's his own fault, though.
Yeah, he'll
If you
run
look at
and then
him,
he
holds the
he
ball
doesn't
too long.
slide and he just gets hit.
Right.
Something
Yeah, he
like
likes to
that.
try and make a play instead of throwing it to the
Yeah.
sidelines.
Yeah, it's the Brett Favre syndrome. He grew up watching Brett Favre and idolizing him, so now he's got that ingrained in him.
Except he hasn't given us that dream season of a title.
I mean, to be fair, Brett Favre only gave 1.
Yeah, but he gave you 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You won.
And he should have done it with Minnesota, but he pulled still what I think is one of the stupidest plays.
My favorite call of all time.
I think that's up there with one of my favorite
This is
calls,
the
too.
Super Bowl, man.
This is in Detroit. Take a knee.
Anyway, heading into this season, another quarterback that we've got a little bit of an issue with. Not necessarily us, but the media in general. Mr. Colin Kaepernick, who is somehow looking more and more like Squidward every day, especially with the fro going on now. Now he's got the head and the nose, but
I read on the score today. I don't know, really. I didn't pull the story open, so I wasn't too sure, but they were saying that he's the #1 selling
yeah, #1
Jersey
jersey
right
sales.
His
now.
jersey #1.
And
right now
he's
on
donating everything to charity. It's
Which is
crazy how
good.
this guy takes a knee during the national anthem and gets more stories than this guy actually playing football.
The thing is, like, America's actually so divided between this story that it's almost 50-50 at this
Well, a
point.
lot of those jersey sales are people buying them and then burning them. So
Yeah.
And then the funny, that's a weird thing. It's either you're burning them or, like, it's like 50-50.
Or you're celebrating it.
burning, or you're keeping it as a celebration kind of thing, yeah.
I mean, I get the cause and everything. I don't know if this is necessarily the right way to go about it. I mean, not being or showing respect to your country's national anthem is not a way to protest the police force. Like, that's,
His socks were fire, though.
The pig one?
I mean, that's fine. That's fine as long as it's not in a game, right?
Yeah.
Practice, I don't care.
Yeah,
right?
it is what it
In a
is.
game, that's stupid. You're going to get fined and you
Yeah.
know you're going to get fined. And that's going to hurt your team in the long run. But
Well, this actually is now translating over to the World Cup of Hockey, where they're not even going to do the anthems, I believe. They were
which,
talking
I mean,
about
they don't necessarily need to do it anyway. I get it as a show of respect or whatever, right? But you're back to Kaepernick. You're trying to protest police brutality,
Mhm.
and you're doing that in a thing that is meant to honor your military. Like, that's the reason that's in there. They started that in World War II to honor the military, right? So all these people coming out saying he's disrespecting the military, then him coming out and saying, I'm not, I respect the military, I love the military. But you are disrespecting them.
In a way, I think sports, like every sport, unless it's an international competition, should just stop with the anthems. Unless it's an international competition, like in soccer,
Olympics and
hockey,
that,
yeah. The Olympics.
yeah. That's
Well,
the only time I think you should.
Well, the Olympics and a lot of the soccer things are made to honor the country.
it is,
right?
and that's what you're playing for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
for example,
in the
like,
NFL, it's all American teams,
Yeah.
so why do you even need to really play the anthem?
And
Yeah.
that's my argument with hockey. Like, a lot of teams are built of, for example, let's say Europeans, and they're playing on an American team. They're not playing every European player's anthem. They're just playing
fair.
the American anthem, and those guys have to stand
Or
up
the
for
Canadian
something
anthem.
they don't have. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, no, that's something that, like, it's come up a couple times in sports. Now, obviously, it's the big topic because of how Kaepernick has gone about it.
Mhm.
But, in my opinion, I think just take out the anthems. You avoid a lot of mess with this, and you go.
Yeah, I mean, I agree in a way that it doesn't necessarily need to be there in sports. I get that it's a tradition because of the roots that it has in it and that, and it's hard for sports to break away from tradition a lot of times.
Oh, yeah.
I also understand from the perspective of some of the players who are down there on like the field or the court or whatever it is you're on, and that anthem comes on and starts playing. I understand that feeling that you must get, like a gut feeling in that, but it's not. It doesn't have a place really in the grand scheme of the sport for the spectators and that. So yeah, I can agree with what you're saying.
But football.
Football.
Yeah.
I mean, for some reason, this is football now.
Yeah, it's become more of a TMZ thing than actual football.
And that kind of annoys me too. You're a football player. Play football. Like,
Yeah,
stop
like,
making political protests.
This preseason, like, everything has turned into like a soap opera compared. Nobody's really talking about the preseason play.
That's 2016, man.
Yeah, it's true. Everything's offensive now. Like,
Yeah.
And it's crazy down there right now, though.
oh yeah.
Oh, it
I mean,
is.
absolutely.
It is.
I'm friends with a lot of Americans now, and a lot of them moved to Canada at the right time. And
Yeah,
they've told me
that's true.
this. They look me dead in the eye and just, I moved here at the best time possible.
Yeah,
Because I know a couple guys from Miami and a couple guys from New York and whatnot, and it is crazy down there. Like, we don't see it, obviously, because we're not there every day, but it's way different than up here.
I have family friends out in Boston as well too, and they always say the same thing. Like, I see on Facebook, they're like, "Man, if we could have got out of here before, like we would." Kind of.
Even our media towards it, though, is all filtered. We only get certain highlights of it. We don't get the full story of that like they do there. So for us, it's an outsider's look, right?
Exactly. Summarization, basically.
Yeah, like we get, the parts of whatever aligned the station we're watching is, and we get their take on it, and we get the cliff notes of their take on it, whereas they're experiencing it. And intuitively, it's worse than what we're seeing. It's
100%.
just-
Absolutely.
Anyway, moving on to actually getting into week 1, the first week of football in months, and the thing that I live for on Sundays that felt so weird every Sunday, not having something to do or obsess over. NFL week 1, tomorrow night.
Yep.
Super Bowl rematch. I think
It
the
is
Panthers
fun.
kill them.
So do I.
Yeah.
38-0.
I don't know about nothing, but
7 then.
he's like, okay, yeah, you got a point, 7.
You might
Rookie
get some-
QB dealing with that defense, so I can't see him doing
Simeon too. Like,
Yeah,
if you had
exactly.
to take a pick of any of those quarterbacks that they had that would be starting week 1, Trevor Simeon.
Yeah.
Calvin Benjamin back. See how he does.
Yeah,
I think it'll be a slow start. And then,
Very slow
It'll
start.
be a very slow start.
I've said a lot that I don't think Carolina wins more than 11 games this year, but this game is one of those 11 for sure.
They'll probably run over Denver as well.
Yeah, Denver, again, great defense returning again. Same things we said about them all year last year. Great defense. And yes, it shouldn't be that difficult to replace the level of play that Peyton Manning gave you last year. The leadership, though, that might be
That's
hard to
gonna be
replace.
Shout out Peyton Manning, by the way. He was on the roast, Comedy Central roast
Yeah, I
this past
saw
week.
that.
He killed it. by the
He's
way.
always been a funny guy.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised.
He destroyed it.
Yeah, Peyton Manning, like, as a person, good guy. But then the last couple of years of football, it was like, please leave. But you know what? He got a Super Bowl. He left on top. That's all he
I
wanted.
would be shocked if he doesn't get into some kind of broadcasting, even if it's not sports related. Like, I can see him doing late night talk show stuff.
Oh, like
'Cause
NBC
he's a funny
or something
guy.
is
He's going to
be
get
over.
something,
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
Oh yeah.
That or a coaching job. Offensive
I
coordinator.
don't know if he wants to coach, though, is the thing.
He'd be a great offensive coordinator, though.
You know he'll be back.
He
With
basically was an offensive coordinator
Yeah,
for his whole
exactly.
career, so yeah.
So I think that's unanimous, though. Panthers, all three of us.
Oh, yeah, hands
oh yeah,
down.
for sure. The
Destroying
Panthers
him. Yeah.
take it tomorrow night. 30-14.
Okay.
I'm going to go. That's tough, man. I think Broncos are only going to put up about 7 or 10 around there. Carolina, probably 28.
28-10, we'll say. We'll
Yeah.
we'll go on your generous.
38-7.
Okay.
38-7.
All right. Sunday, the big day. They were all looking forward to. Vikings-Titans, 1:00, kicking things off. Who you guys got there?
Titans.
Vikings.
I'm Vikings too.
See how Sammy Bradford does.
I think he's going to have a good first game.
I think Mariota, DeMarco Murray going to be all right. I think DeMarco Murray has a quiet but good year this year.
The thing is, I forgot DeMarco Murray was on the Titans up until like my fantasy draft, and I was going through the running backs, and I went, Titans? What? I was kind of like, I forgot that happened. Like
the thing about Bradford is that he is the perfect replacement for Teddy Bridgewater. Yeah. Neither of them can throw a ball deep to save their lives. Both of them like to run offenses slowly at the line, short dump down passes and that. So I think it's a good fit to go in there, and I don't think the Vikings are really going to suffer that much. Nope. Obviously, there's going to be a long-term suffering now that they gave up a first-round pick for him, and they're going to have him for 1 year, maybe more as a backup. But
it's something we'll see as the season goes on, basically.
Yeah, Bears-Texans. I think this is going to be unanimous one.
I think slaughter.
Texans.
Yeah, absolutely.
Texans, no question. No question. Does
J.J.
Watt throw a touchdown?
He'll probably catch
one. He catches one.
Yeah.
You think he catches one?
He catches one. Goes in at tight end on the goal line.
I bet you he'll have 2 touchdowns. One receiving on offense and then one reception on defense. Yeah.
Okay.
I think he does throw a touchdown because of the way last season ended with him getting the ball at quarterback and throwing the incompletion. I think he wants that.
Yeah,
and I think they'll give it to him.
I mean, you can't say no to J.J.
I think he at least goes for it. I think he throws a pass at the very least this game. Browns, Eagles. Wow.
Browns.
On a barn burner.
RG3 all day.
Ooh.
Talk about all glass houses here.
Josh Gordon coming back week 5.
Pick him up in fantasy now.
I did.
Terrell Pryor.
Last pick of the 16th round. Josh Gordon.
I'm going to go... Yeah, you know what? I like Browns in this one as well.
I'm going to take Browns too. I think Terrell Pryor has a huge game. I think he puts up like 60 yards rushing and 80 yards receiving.
I think it's going to be high scoring. Like both teams hitting in 20.
I think it's going to be high scoring too because neither defense is that great.
Who's QB on the Eagles now then?
Carson Wentz.
Yeah. Okay.
Wentz is starting.
Okay. Wentz is starting. First game.
It's
gonna be. I think it's gonna be.
I still got the Browns, but
I don't like taking rookie quarterbacks in the first game of the year.
And there's a crazy aura in Cleveland right now.
Yeah.
With the Cavs winning, the Indians are killing it.
Yep.
Maybe the Browns next.
The orange is unchanged. All right, Bills Ravens. We know who Proto's.
It's week 1, so Bills.
Yeah, exactly.
They always win the first 4 or 5 games.
If this was week 6 or 7, I'd be picking the Ravens. But no, I'm going Bills.
I gotta go Ravens because I got him starting on my fantasy team. Flacco. I got Flacco starting, so I gotta go Ravens.
And you're going Bills?
Yeah.
I'm not picking them for the Super Bowl this year, though, guys.
Yeah, good pick. Good
call.
Not this year. Chargers Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Yeah, Chiefs as well.
I think Chiefs destroy them.
Especially at home. Yeah.
I don't think it's even close. I think Alex Smith surprises everybody and throws 4 TDs.
2 receivers.
Yeah. No interceptions, 4 touchdowns, 15 of 18.
15 of 18, those numbers.
That's typical Alex Smith numbers.
That's an Alex Smith.
But usually just with 0 touchdowns, like to a receiver.
Jamal Charles back.
Nope.
No.
He's not playing.
He's not playing this week.
Andy Reid already shut him down for week 1. Said week 2 hopeful, but Weston will be starting.
Because, they said they're going to ease him in anyway.
Yeah.
Even if he does start, I see him getting maybe 10 carries first couple games.
Yeah, they announced, I believe it was Monday, that West would be the number 1. And he wouldn't even dress, but he'll probably be back for week 2.
Okay. I mean, let's be real. They made the playoffs last year on a push where they were starting West all year, right? So they don't need to rush him back. They would rather have him back for the playoffs than for now. So
and that kind of goes back to we had mentioned a lot last season where teams are trying that kind of double-headed monster with the running back. So obviously, if you get West going and then you got Jamal Charles
and now back, Davis,
and yeah, exactly. So I think KC's pretty set.
All right, Raiders Saints. Now this one is
Raiders. Saints defense is still trash.
Saints defense is trash, but
I'm picking Derek Carr to absolutely ruin the Saints.
There's something about Drew Brees in week 1, though. I don't know, man.
There's just something about Drew Brees.
I think it's going to be a high-scoring game.
Yeah, it will be another one. I think this week is going to be a lot of high scoring.
I don't know if there's going to be a defensive stop in this game. Man.
I'm going to go Raiders.
I'm going to go the upset. I'm going to say Saints, but I say they barely pull it out. I'm going to say like 41-38.
Okay. Yeah, I think Brees going to have another good year, but
absolutely.
That defense is just too trash.
Oh yeah, their Saints are going to be what the Saints have been the past couple of years. Very good offense, very bad defense. It's going to be the same thing.
And it doesn't matter who they have on offense either, just Drew Brees.
Yeah, just as long as you have Drew Brees, it's going to work.
Bucks Falcons divisional matchup.
Week 1 Falcons. We know they crap out about week 7 or 8.
I'm picking Bucks out of field goal at the end.
Jameis Winston.
Yep, I'm picking Winston to be big this game. I think it's going to be another high-scoring one, but I think it's going to be a field goal at the end by Tampa.
I'm gonna go Falcons too. I just don't have the confidence in Tampa to pull this one out, especially in Atlanta. So I'm gonna go Falcons.
That is the hard thing, but I think it's going to be some weird play at the end that's going to lead to a field goal for Tampa.
Potential to be the game of the week here: Bengals Jets.
It's going to be a really good game, and it's in New York too. So that's.
I got the Bengals, or no, Jets.
You got the Jets.
Yeah.
They signed Fitzpatrick. Brandon Marshall, Forte in there now.
I'm gonna go.
That offense is all right.
I'm gonna go Jets. I think Bengals might struggle a little without Eifert. Like I take nothing away from Andy Dalton, great quarterback. Obviously, they still have AJ Green, but they are wearing a little bit thin on the wide receiver front, and now not having Eifert for 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, and they lost Marvin Jones to Detroit.
Exactly.
And Sanu.
And Sanu's gone.
Sanu's on Atlanta now?
Yeah, I believe so. So I'm gonna go Jets in this one.
Man. I think it's a low-scoring game for sure. Like I think both defenses dominate this game. I'm going to say 14-10 for the Bengals.
Yeah, I got 17-10 Jets.
Yeah,
that's a good pick actually. 17-10 around there.
I think 14-10 Bengals. Packers Jaguars.
Jags.
That could be another good game. Almost.
It could be.
I got the Jags.
Jags. I'm going to go Packers.
And we're going to get to it later, but I got the Jags winning the division too.
I'm going to take the Jags too. It's week 1. They're at home.
I'm taking Packers.
Packers still have chemistry issues on offense right now. So
hey, Eddie Lacy lost weight.
it's not like he could have gained it.
Yeah.
Would have to try really hard. Carlos Williams looking at you.
Wow. Taking shots.
Got some vinegar.
Taking shots.
You ruined everything.
Dolphins, Seahawks.
Seahawks.
I think Seahawks are going to slap them.
Yeah, I think the Seahawks come out of the gate.
I think they are going
hot
to
this year.
Slap Miami.
I think if this was in Miami, I'd be taking Miami. But I gotta go with the Seahawks. I can't have them losing at home to Miami.
No, especially week 1. Yeah, they're not going to lose at home with the Dolphins.
No Lynch, though.
I think Rawls will be fine.
They might be splitting it up, I heard.
Yeah, they might just be passing the ball more like they did at the end of last year.
Fair.
But I think as a to have Rawls at the start, I think he'll be okay, and then we're gonna have to build off that kind of thing.
Fair. Giants, Cowboys, another divisional matchup.
Cowboys.
That's tough.
Prescott.
Versus Eli.
230, 4 touchdowns. Dez has 2 of them.
I'm gonna go Giants in this one.
I'm gonna go Giants too. Just a gut feeling. I don't think Prescott comes out. And
I think it's going to be a close game again. Yeah,
it's a good defense to play your first NFL game against.
That's true. Yeah, that is true. Ooh.
It's fair. The problem is they can cover one receiver, and if Des Bryant is covered, I mean, yeah, you can drop down to Witten, but what do you have on the other side of the field to really spread the ball to?
And how you're saying it's a good defense to have a good debut against.
Zeke out of the backfield, though, is going to be huge. I think he might lead the team in receptions this game. Zeke coming out of the backfield.
Can I change my pick? we're all just talking positive about the Cowboys right now. Yeah, you know what? I'm switching. I'm going Cowboys.
I'm still sticking Giants. I don't know. I think Eli has a huge year this year too. I think Peyton's gone now. He's the bearer of the Manning pride.
Jeez.
I think it's going to be a big Eli year. Maybe another Super Bowl run.
Wow. I wouldn't take it that far.
You never know, though.
Yeah, I mean, they always seem to do.
It's always random.
They'll finish 9-7 and win again this year.
Yeah, and then go all the way.
Lions, Colts.
Love comes back, destroys Detroit.
Colts.
I'm gonna have trouble all year taking Luck for anything after the display he put up last year, even when he was healthy.
That's why I'm gonna give it to him the first week, and then we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see what happens after that. Yeah, I'm gonna go Colts as well.
The thing is, Stafford is also dealing with the loss of the best wide receiver of our generation. So I'm going to stick with you guys. I'm going to go Colts as well for this one. Patriots, Cardinals. Would be the game of the week if we had a healthy Brady.
No Brady, Cardinals. All
I was going to say Garoppolo's just walking into that defense. Not a chance, Cardinals.
Yeah, have fun.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the first game of your career, you've sat for 2 years behind possibly the greatest quarterback of all time, you're taking over a Bill Belichick-led team, and you hit the wall of the Cardinals' defensive backfield in your first game.
Garoppolo, when he found out about the suspension, was like, okay, I get my chance. And then the schedule came out, and he went, he was like, well, he's like, it might be over before it started.
You know what the best thing about the Brady suspension is? I was in Boston when they announced the suspension, so I'm listening to the radio driving home, and it was fantastic. There was threats for Roger Goodell flying around. They were like, man, I hope Roger Goodell comes down to one of our games. He's going to see what we think of him down here. It was, man, it was
bad.
They took that hard. And I forget what it was. They were talking about, too, if Brady had a concern with the suspension itself or the whole cell phone thing and like not trusting it and that. And they were talking about, on the radio, the announcer was saying that maybe he should just come out and say, yeah, I destroyed the cell phone and that was wrong, and thinking that Goodell might cut the suspension down to 2. Now, that's not something I think Brady would ever do, but
No.
he's saying that, and then people are calling in and going, no, that hurts the integrity of Tom Brady. And I'm like, man, his integrity was hurt with Spygate. Like, you're not gaining that integrity back.
I was gonna say,
however, you can
Spygate,
game 2 extra games of Tom Brady, if that's the case, but...
I'm glad he's out till week 4. We have the Patriots at home week 4, so I'll take it.
Watch the end of week 3, they announce.
Yeah, Brady suspended, cut by 1 game. Yeah, cool. Thanks.
Comes back, throws up 500 yards, 6 touchdowns on the
like
Bills.
Always, nothing not normal there. Then we got 2 Monday nighters.
Moving on to Monday night,
Yep.
right? We got the Steelers and the Washington Redskins.
Steelers. Even without Bell, Steelers.
D'Angelo Williams last year started very well in those games that Le'Veon Bell was gone.
D'Angelo Williams is a great running back.
Yeah, so regardless, I think Steelers are fine.
I'm gonna take Steelers too, but I do think the Redskins are a team to be watched this season.
They'll pick a fight with them this game. Yeah, okay. Like it'll be close.
Yeah. The next Monday night game, starting at 10:20.
Woo.
No way I'm staying awake for that. Rams, the Los Angeles Rams, and the San Francisco 49ers.
I'm surprised this game's not in LA.
A battle of California.
Well, it kind of is.
Well, I mean, like, the Rams aren't the home team.
But, wow. I got no one.
You know who the winner is? The audience.
No, I got the Rams. Gurley has a big game.
You know,
I mean, 49ers, that defense is not going to stop. I think Gurley, Rams.
the winner is Colin Kaepernick. That's the winner of this game. Because he's not starting against the St. Louis Rams. That's why he's the winner. Because he doesn't have to play that team that kills quarterbacks.
So what's the over-under on camera cuts to Colin Kaepernick during the anthem?
I don't think there's cuts. I think it's on him the whole time.
They just don't show the singer. It's just Cap the whole time on one knee.
I got at least 3.
Yeah, I take over.
Really?
Yeah.
Crazy.
What's the over-under on number of snaps Gabbert takes before they put Kaepernick in?
No. Kaepernick week 2.
Yeah, I think Gabbert plays the whole game.
Yeah.
Unless he gets hurt.
That's what I'm thinking.
Unless he gets hurt.
I think we see Kaepernick, at least for a bit. Like, if we get to the 4th quarter and this is a tight game, I think we see Kaepernick come in.
Yeah.
Like, no matter who looked better in preseason or training camp, who are you going to trust in the 4th quarter if this is a 3-point game?
How do you think the reception would be even at home?
Oh, he'll get booed. He'll get booed for sure.
Regardless?
For sure. This is the Southwest.
Yeah.
He's getting booed.
Yeah. Now, also going into the season, we have our standing Super Bowl picks and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So, where do you want to start?
Division winners first.
Yeah, so let's go AFC East. So we got Buffalo, Jets, Patriots, Dolphins, Patriots.
Figures he'd start with the AFC East.
Well, it's the first one that popped up here, too.
I got the Jets.
Yeah?
Patriots.
Yeah, I'm going to go Patriots.
I think Patriots start 1-3, and it just...
I think they start 1-3 too, but I think they finish 12-4.
I don't know about this year.
I just pray that one.
They've got a great front seven and Bill Belichick at the head.
Fair.
They're in good hands.
I got Jets though. Jets.
Yeah. AFC North, so Ravens, Steelers, Browns.
Wait, who did you pick?
I said Patriots? Yeah, I said Patriots. So AFC North, we got the Ravens, Steelers, Browns, and Bengals.
Steelers. All day. I think the Steelers are making the Super Bowl this year, actually.
I'm going to go Steelers as well. Like I said, I think Eifert being out 4 to 6 weeks is going to hurt. I still think Bengals get into the playoffs, but then they do their normal thing where they just lose.
Bengals 13-3. Regular season, I'm taking Bengals all day. Regular season, I have no problem grabbing the Bengals. They have a solid team. It's when they get to the playoffs that I'm going to question it. And I think they are winning a game in the playoffs this year.
Steelers second then for you?
In the division?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to take the Browns.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, you're not picking the Ravens or anything this year?
This isn't 2015 anymore, boys. This is season 2.
All right, so AFC South, Titans, Jaguars, Colts, and Texans.
Jags 11-5.
Okay. I'm going to go... I like Houston this year. I think this is going to be a really fun division, in all honesty, this year. I think it's going to be a race to the end. I'm going to go Texans.
This division went from possibly the worst division in football last year. Not possibly. It was the worst division in football last year. To possibly the best.
Yeah.
Possibly the best division in football. I mean,
go
the only thing that it really competes with is the NFC West.
Yep.
And I gotta take Houston too. Just I love that defense. They've made improvements on the offensive side. I think it's going to be tight. I think Jacksonville's going to be up there. I think 11-5 Houston, 10-6 Jacksonville, even Tennessee. I think is going to be over 500. And Indy might be last in that division.
And it might be at an
8-8.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like I
depending
honestly,
what luck does, it's all on luck, really.
It is all luck. It's just like it was like Indy. They don't learn. It's just like it was when Peyton was there. It was all on Peyton. Then Peyton got hurt, and it was terrible. And it's the same deal now with
And
luck.
I mean, their running backs, Frank Gore, like not taking away, but you're going to need a little bit.
He's
better
old.
than Frank
He's
Gore.
old.
Yeah.
Like everyone loves Bill Polian, and sure, his social media fanatics are fantastic. It's a great show to watch, but this isn't reality TV.
No.
This is football, and this guy cannot build a team.
Nope. So now we're going to go AFC West. We got the Broncos, Chargers, Raiders, and Chiefs. I'm going to take the Chiefs.
I want to say Chiefs and I want to say Raiders.
Yeah,
I'm stuck Chiefs and Raiders.
I'm going to stick Chiefs.
I got Raiders as number 2 in the division.
I got Chiefs.
I think Chiefs and Raiders, they're both 10-win teams. It's going to come down to the season series between those two, I think. Even especially looking at their schedules. I'm going to take the Chiefs, but with the asterisk that I think they actually tie Oakland, and it's just season series. San Diego, I think, wins 3 games if they're lucky. And I see Denver finishing 8-8.
That's exactly how I had them 8-8. Maybe even 7-9, to be honest.
Yeah, Denver, I think it's a year they missed the playoffs, obviously. Going to have to kind of build slowly. Obviously, like, you still got guys like Lamar.
They got a great core. They just need QB.
Yeah, they just need kind of one more big piece, and then they're back kind of.
They need a QB. That's it.
Both sides of the football, they're a good team.
Yep.
Their offensive line isn't very good, though. And that's a point that you got to look at when you're playing a makeshift quarterback rotation.
All right, so we go now to the NFC East. We have the Cowboys, Redskins, Eagles, Giants.
Worst division in football, by the way.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Pretty bad.
And I still got the Cowboys. Cowboys or Giants?
I think the winner of this division is going like 7-9 or 8-8, and I think it's going to probably be the Giants.
Which means they're winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, if they make the playoffs, they're winning the Super Bowl.
If they hit 8-8, they're winning the Super Bowl.
Man, I want to say Washington, but I also want to say Giants. I got a gut feeling on the Giants. Like, I don't know what it is. It's just I'm feeling the Giants this year. I'm gonna say Giants, but I'm gonna say they win the division at 8-8.
I think Cowboys finish second. And I think they're going to be about the same record.
This is another division where I think there's going to be a tie there. I think I think it could even be a 3-way tie because the only team I see being far away from these guys is Philly.
Yeah, same here.
Washington, Dallas, and the Giants are all very close in terms of talent.
And now Odell and Dez got to deal with Norman.
They're very close in terms of talent. The only reason I'm taking the Giants is because of the leadership of Eli Manning. He's proven Cousins and whoever Dallas's quarterback ends up being for the majority of the season, neither of them are really leaders of a team.
So NFC North, we got the Bears, Vikings, Packers, and Lions. I'm taking Packers easy.
Yeah, like I already said, I had Minnesota, but with Bridgewater out, I'm going Green Bay.
Yeah.
Bears.
Oh, jeez. I was
God,
like,
no.
what?
I thought you were serious
Cutler.
for a second. I was like, what?
Cutler.
They're going to get like 2 wins all year.
Cutler MVP. He would have to. The only way they'd win that division if Cutler was MVP. I'm going Green Bay.
Yeah, I think that's simple.
Yes.
I think with Bridgewater's injury, I think that's division.
You got the best football player on the face of the planet on that
yeah.
team.
Aaron
I'm
Rodgers.
going Green Bay. Yeah.
Is that going to be our trend this year, where every show we open up with, man, Aaron Rodgers is pretty good?
This Aaron Rodgers kid,
Yeah.
he's got an arm.
I like how even some weeks, like last season, we would be like, yeah, Aaron Rodgers didn't do that good. He only had 300 yards and a touchdown. What a nerd. Like,
He didn't do that good, but I mean by other standards.
yeah, it's like, pedestrian.
If this was Kirk Cousins, that would have been the best
Amazing.
game of his
But
career.
Aaron
But
Rodgers are garbage. All right, so NFC South, we got the Falcons, Bucks, Saints, and Panthers.
Carolina.
Easy. Yeah, Panthers.
Panthers, 11 wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, simple. I'm going to go 12 wins. NFC West, we got the LA Rams, Seattle Seahawks, 49ers, and the Cardinals.
Arizona.
It still sounds weird.
LA Rams.
LA Rams. It still sounds weird.
Arizona.
Arizona.
Seattle a game back.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think these are the two best teams in the NFC in the same division. Arizona 13-3. I think Seattle 12-4. And I think that's 1 and 2 in the NFC this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I got. Carolina third.
Mm-hmm.
So real quick, who you guys got NFC, AFC championship games?
I got Carolina and Arizona again.
Okay.
And then,
I'm going to go Seahawks, Arizona. No, they can't, actually. That's
Yeah,
right.
they can.
Yeah, they can. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to go Seahawks, Arizona.
As long as Arizona would be 1 and Seattle would be 3, then they can.
Yeah, so I'll go with that.
Which they would be if they
Yeah,
lined
exactly.
up. Same. Arizona, Seattle.
I think that's a simple one. AFC?
Pittsburgh,
Mm-hmm. That's who I have.
and I got it between a couple teams, to be honest. But I'm going to go Pittsburgh and the Jets.
So you think you're really riding the Jets train?
Offense, and
I
they got
take
defense.
absolutely
The
nothing
J
away from
train?
them. Like, as much as they are division rival, I am scared of the Jets.
My number 2 there is Pittsburgh, Jacksonville. I love Jacksonville made the best moves hands down in the offseason.
They don't
With
have a bad
drafting,
quarterback,
with signing, with the players they've already have developed.
Yeah, no,
within
and
the
that's what I
team.
mean. Blake Bortles has really.
I'm telling you, the next 3 to 5 years, the Jags could be really good.
Yeah, no, for sure. As long as they kind of keep this
Like
way
Hearns,
that they
Robinson, Bortles, Yeldon.
For sure.
They signed Ivory.
Yep.
Restocked the whole defense. I really like the Jags going in this year.
No doubt, they're a great team.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm gonna go with the Steelers. You know, like I keep thinking New England as much as I don't want to see them. I'm gonna go with the Steelers and KC.
Patriots, Texans.
Wow, Texans.
They can. You know, and like the AFC is pretty open this year. Like I think it's kind of anyone's game.
The NFC, you know, it's going to be some combination of Arizona, Seattle, and Green Bay.
Yeah.
Or Carolina.
I don't believe Carolina this year. I think they were a one-year thing. I think they'll be okay, but I don't think they're going to be contenders this year. Not really. I think they got worse where all the other teams got better. Like Arizona, Seattle stayed the same, and Seattle was still good enough already.
Yeah.
Arizona got better because they don't have to start Bethel now. That in and of itself makes them so much better. And Green Bay got better with Jordy Nelson returning. So I think Carolina kind of froze
they have
up,
a
got
tight
worse.
end.
They lost Josh Norman.
Yeah, Cook.
Yeah.
Good target for Rodgers in the red zone.
And you know, if Eddie Lacy with that weight loss wants to hit rookie form, that's even better for them.
So we know who we've got from the championship. So you guys got as your Super Bowl picks.
So I'm going to go Cards, Steelers again.
With?
Oh, who do I have winning? So Steelers again. Sorry, Jeff.
I got Pittsburgh, Carolina. Pittsburgh just slaughters them.
Arizona, New England wins. For solely the reason that I can't pick Arizona to win because that would just be jinxing it.
Sure.
Fair.
I mean, I don't think anyone's arguing the most talented team in the league this year.
I don't-
Talent-wise is Arizona. Not necessarily going to translate as for sure being the best on the field, but in terms of raw talent.
I don't really want Pittsburgh to win. Like, I would say probably of my friends, majority of them are Steelers fans. So I just don't want to hear it
I
again.
hate
Like,
the Steelers. I hate them.
I don't mind them.
I hate them, and I don't hate them because of their team. I hate them because of their fans.
Yeah.
I hate Steelers fans. They're so cocky. They're so arrogant. They think, even when their team is having a down year, they think they're the best team on the face of the planet. They don't understand football. and I'm sorry if you're a Steelers fan and listening to this that does understand football. There's a couple of you out there that are good ones, but for the most part,
like I was gonna say, like my friends that are Steelers fans, they do get football, but it's just they have that like kind of stereotypical.
they're also like
Steeler
the
fan.
most blind, like sighted football fans that I know of. They only know about the Steelers.
Yep.
They don't know about any other team, and they couldn't even name the teams that are in their division. Most of them, I guarantee it. You go up to 90% of Steelers fans, they cannot name all 4 teams in that division. Little bit of a rant there.
I was gonna say you were right there, Jeff. Do you want to talk about it?
I'm good. I just did. It's a vent. It's venting. Real quick, roll through it. One word to describe every team this year.
Like we're going
Just
team by
one
team?
word. One word. The Jets.
Surprise.
Improved.
New England.
The same.
Backseat.
That's the word.
Consistent.
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Trash.
Disappointing. We both kind of went the same way there.
Hashtag go Bills.
Or same story.
Yeah, same. Yeah, if we could go
Same-
two words,
same
I'll go
old.
Same.
Miami.
Fins up.
Tannehill's not enough.
Yep.
Mystery.
Mm.
Cleveland.
Hardy. No Manziel.
Gordon.
Decent.
Yeah.
Cincinnati.
Regular season.
Same. Yeah.
Backseat.
Mm.
Okay.
Baltimore.
Really bad. Trash.
Flacco, it's all they got. It's all that comes to mind.
And then Forsett. And you're going to rely on
They-
Steve. And
they-
you're going to.
they
No,
released
he's
him.
back.
Oh, they.
It was
okay.
just a restructure his
Okay,
contract.
Okay.
And I was going to say you're going to rely on Steve Smith, his old bones, to be your number 1 receiver again. Not.
Painstakingly average.
Mm.
Pittsburgh.
Oh, I think I want to say champs because I picked them as my Super Bowl champions.
Yeah, I got champs.
Dirtbags.
Oh,
Indianapolis.
Disappointed.
luck train.
Garbage dump.
They're going to need that horseshoe this whole season. You
Mm.
know where it's going to have to be all season for them.
And they don't got the Haas.
Oh,
That's true. No
no,
Haas.
the season's over. Cancel it.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
I've already said this word, but surprise.
I'm going to go improve again like that. I really like what they've done, like Christian mentioned.
Solid.
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Surprise for me.
Steady.
Not enough.
Getting there, but not enough.
Houston.
Scary.
Defense.
Question mark.
Okay.
Kansas City.
Consistent.
Yeah, consistent. That's a good one.
Alex Smith.
Mm.
It's right there. That's
That was my other one.
San Diego Chargers.
Trash.
flop.
Last.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
It's not a word, but
Bad.
ununderstandable. I don't get them. Denver.
Rebuild.
Yeah, rebuild.
One shot.
Mm.
Oakland.
Young Gunners.
Yeah, I like that one. I'll go with that. Prospects.
Potential.
Yep.
Philadelphia.
Oh, trash.
Trash.
Philadelphia.
Carson Wentz. Well done.
Touche.
New York Giants.
Maybe.
Manning.
Legacy.
Oof,
Mm.
Eli.
Dallas Cowboys.
Injuries.
Damn it, that was mine. That was mine, injuries.
Collarbone. Washington Redskins.
Redskins.
Kirk Cousins.
If I could, I would have dropped the mic there, by the way.
Just walk out. I can't beat that, so I'm just gonna remain silent on that one. Chicago.
Oh, last.
Smoking J, baby.
Last.
Intercepted. Green Bay.
Mm. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I was going to say MVP.
MVP. That's what I got. Detroit.
Rebuild.
Yep.
Breakup.
Or Calvin Johnson, just so they remember.
Before every game, it plays like a little tribute video trying to bring him back. It's like when a wrestler dies and they play a video on the Titantron.
Minnesota.
Sucks. Not because they suck, but the situations that happened to them leading into the season.
I was like, what? I'm like, they're not that bad. Like, Diggs.
Bradford.
Jake's going to have a big year.
Mm-hmm. Pick them up.
Tampa Bay.
Not enough.
Prospects.
Odd.
It is, yeah, it's an odd mix.
Great way to explain that team, actually.
Carolina.
Disappointing.
Overachievers.
Those are both very good, and I'm gonna parlay those ones to you guys because I can't think of anything better. New Orleans.
Offense.
So I was gonna say no defense.
I'm gonna go steal one that you used earlier. Rebuild. It's time to get rid of Breeze.
Well, I mean, his contract's up at the end of the year.
Atlanta.
That'd be nice.
Again, disappointing.
Offense.
Matty Ice.
Mm-hmm.
San Francisco.
Colin Kaepernick.
Police.
Anthem.
That was perfect.
Seattle.
Not enough again this year. I got Arizona taking it, and
I'm riding this one high. Like I said earlier, I'm going to go Rawls. I'm really putting it on.
More of the same.
Mm-hmm.
St. Louis / Los Angeles.
Todd Gurley.
Confused.
California. Arizona.
The best.
Second best. Behind the Steelers.
I think their team's better, though. I'd have the
yeah,
Steelers
overall.
winning, but I think Arizona's the best team.
Kangol.
Mm.
All right, real quick, since we got to do it, we've had a whole offseason to think about it. It's time. 4th and goal doghouse.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Your returning champion, by the way, is me, not you.
For what?
For the doghouse?
Doghouse
Oh,
isn't
yeah,
a
sorry.
question.
The question.
I was like,
Sorry,
we put
sorry,
Christian
sorry.
in the doghouse? What?
So I know who my doghouse pick is. It's Christian. For
No, doghouse Manziel all day. This guy's an idiot.
Mine's going to be the Atlanta Braves for actually looking at Tim Tebow.
I was going to say Timothy Tebow. No, I want to say Proto, just to kick it off right. Get on the
Wouldn't be a
track.
doghouse without me putting Manziel in there, so
yeah.
it's definitely Manziel.
Right way to start the season.
But I'm going to say Colts. The Colts are my doghouse because they've done nothing and they keep doing nothing. And you know what? No, Bill Polian. Bill Polian is my doghouse pick
Fair.
to kick off the season.
Do we have a quick time for fantasy football talk? Start and sit.
I'll give you 30 seconds each. Go.
All right, Derek Carr, start. Absolutely for quarterback. I think he's going to absolutely tear it this week. And my sit, Arian Foster, easy against Seattle. He's not going to have a good debut. He might even get hurt again.
Wow. I got luck because he's playing Detroit, and like I said, I'm kind of leaning with him having a bounce back this year. And if I'm sitting someone, it's Jeremy Hill against the Jets.
Very good, yeah. Good.
Also, quick thing, have you guys noticed huge change in fantasy this year? Receivers, heavy. Heavy.
Huge.
Absolutely.
Heavy.
Almost all. I think it was 8 of the top 12 in my draft were receivers.
Yeah, in our top 10, I think it was about 6 or 7.
Started at running back, then it switched to QB for about a year or two. Now it's all receivers.
All receivers.
My start, Chargers defense. My sit, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Okay.
I like that. But if you're starting him in your league, you got some serious mental issues.
He's a starting quarterback in the NFL.
Fair.
Why does NFL.com even do this? Quick one. Jay Cutler is on the sit for Houston Texans. If somebody's actually considering starting Jay Cutler...
Hey, Jay Cutler puts up good fantasy numbers.
Yeah,
He's just not a good
Texans just don't
actual
even think about
quarterback.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, good, solid fantasy numbers, terrible overall quarterback.
Surprise fantasy player of the year, quick.
Ooh, of the year?
Of the year.
Arian Foster.
I got Moncrief.
Yeah, that's a good... He went very light mine. I'm going to go Diggs. I mentioned him earlier.
Perfect.
I like that a lot.
All right, getting off on the right track again this year. The question. We're sticking with the week 1 theme.
It's comeback time.
And we're going to stick with your San Francisco anthems. Carlos Hyde led the week 1 teams in rushing yards last season. Week 1. How many yards did he rush for?
So, after the first game, how many yards for Carlos?
Since I'm the current champion, you're answering this first.
I'm going to go...
So I can prices right you.
I'm going to go 130.
132.
Christian wins. It's 168.
Come on!
So there we have it.
There was only one way. If I only got 168 right on, that was the only way I was winning.
We talked about two champions here today. One of them, the Denver Broncos. We think they're getting destroyed. One of them, Christian Smith, already takes away the Week 1 victory in the question game. This has been the start of our Season 2. We hope to have you guys along for the ride all season long and stick with us. We'll let you know our opinionated views on everything. So until next week, when it comes to the Fourth and Goal podcast, always go for it.
Thank you for listening to Break the Cast.